Hey, what's up? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to App-Based Gigs. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but hopefully real soon I'm gonna start making videos on a regular basis. But anyways, welcome to this video. And in this video, I've been getting a lot of comments and questions about Postmates, so I decided to make this quick video and share some tips with you guys on how to maximize your profits on Postmates. So let's dive into it real quick. So tip number one, don't forget your receipts. I know I'm guilty of this. When I first started out with Postmates, I used to toss the receipts everywhere. So basically on every transaction, on every order, make sure you collect the receipt from the merchant. So at the end of the transaction, when you deliver the items to the customer, you'll be handing that same receipt to the customer. And don't just put it in their bag or whatever. Make sure you have it on you, and that'll be like the last thing you hand to the customer. And just by implementing this technique, I've been able to increase my tipping profits by at least 40%. And basically what you do is, after you hand them their food, all their items, you say, and here's your receipt. Just in case you have an issue with Postmates or your order, here's your receipt. And in their mind, this tells them that you're looking out for their best interest. And not only will they give you a great rating, they will tip you generously. So when you hand them the receipt, and also don't forget, after you hand them their receipt, remind them to close out the app and rate the service, just so you don't have a pending on your tipping for like a couple of days. So they do it right away. Tip number two, avoid fast food joints at all costs. And when I say fast food, I mean like McDonald's, Burger King, those typical fast foods. Because not only they not pay well, you might not even get a tip, because fast foods are very short trips. McDonald's is basically everywhere, so that tells you automatically that that trip is not too far from your drop-off destination. So try to avoid fast foods as much as you can. If it's slow, if it's slow, you can take one or two here and there. It depends on how slow it is. If that's all you're getting, it's better to have nothing at all. So, but if it's busy, I would skip every fast food. Number three, this is how I became really good at doing deliveries, because in my mind, and this is how I was getting a lot of tips, like very high tips, like average of at least $10. Like the payout would be like $5, and my average tip would be around like $10. The highest I got was, I think, like $30-something. So, and it's crazy. Like, I didn't believe it too. I'm like, why are people tipping so high? And basically what it is providing an excellent service. Like, I used to think, oh, the sooner I can get this item to the customer, the happier they'll be. And that used to be my whole strategy, and it used to work out pretty well, and it still does. So tip number three is work more efficiently and try to get the order to the customer as soon as possible. Trust me, it works every single time. Number four, don't forget to use a hot and cold bag. I can't stress this enough. Sometimes I'm guilty of not using it, depending on how short the trip is. But just to be safe, make sure you use the hot and cold bag. You don't want the customer, with a cold meal. So utilize that thing. I know Postmates, you can go walk into the office and grab a bag or whatever, and I think they give you one on your orientation day. So make sure you utilize that. Hot and cold bag is very important. And last but not least, stacking. That's a great way to make big bucks in a short amount of time. So if you're doing stacking, what you need to realize is you need to, accept orders that are going towards your drop-off destination. Like for instance, if you are in the middle of an order, don't backpedal, don't go southbound when you need to be dropping your order off northbound. So don't backpedal. Make sure you accept orders that are near your drop-off area. And whatever you do, if you are in the middle of an order, complete that first before you start another order. Trust me, I've tried to do it. It's very difficult to try to balance the two, and sometimes you'll end up working towards the second order before you even deliver it. That happened to me before, so do not make that mistake. Always complete one order at a time. There you have it. So I hope you guys enjoy this 5 simple tips that you guys can implement right away. And trust me, it's common sense, and if you use it, it should make a drastic change in your profits. All right.